Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a Strv 103B. It's the Tier 10 Swedish tank destroyer. It's located on the south spawn of Malinovka under the command of Offrezwolf of the GTANK.
It's the season of giving. I've got a nice bashing set up to give this lot.
Oh, I'm not sure who that is, but yes, he's in the GTANK plan. Now, due to wargaming never fixing their problems, I'm afraid we've got no sound on this replay. You can't hear the engine noises. You can certainly hear the shells when they're being fired and any artillery if it's incoming. But I'm afraid no engine noises does take something away from the actual game. But there's not a lot we can do because wargaming refuses to fix their problem. In fact, I'm not the only content creator who's complained about this. Klaus has as well many occasions. Okay, well, this replay was sent in by somebody who saw our channel, and yes, we're obliging by doing the replay, but unfortunately they might be disappointed that they don't get to see it with the sound. They started very well because somebody got a great spot. The T49 is doing a fantastic job spotting for our team at the moment, and as a result we're getting lots of damage on the enemy. Now, you can see Offrez there trying to protect the T49 because there's a lot of tanks that would like to get rid of him. He's getting good damage. It's up to 2k already. That guy's further up the hill, but this one is going to be... Well, that E50 is a little further away. It's the AMX 1390 we've got to watch out for. And we can see the T49 said, oh, I've got to get out of here. There's the 1390. That Panzerkampfwagen 7 is going up to the top of the hill. So, the Strv, the S-Tank as it was known, designed in 1956 by Sven Burge, proposes the alternate S. That guy's just went down into the dip and he got wiped out. It was actually shown to JFK, although at the time it wasn't completed. The Strv 103B was in service from 1967 to 1997, and there were various versions. The 103A has a Rolls-Royce engine and a Boeing turbine, and the B, which we're looking at here, is a Rolls-Royce diesel engine and a Caterpillar turbine. There's also a 103C with a Detroit diesel and a Caterpillar turbine. So several different versions. They built 290 of them in total, and it had a top speed of 60 kilometers an hour. As you can see, it can go into siege mode, where it's very accurate. It's got a 105mm main gun, capable of 390 alpha, and with standard APCR, it's capable of 308mm pen. And with the premium rounds, that's the premium APCR, it can go up to 350. It's also very difficult to damage because it's so squat and flat that the shells will ricochet off if they hit it at the wrong angle. And it's got that shield at the front which blocks the heat rounds from getting near the hull. But the hull is very thin armour, 40mm on the front of the hull, 30mm elsewhere. Trying to go for the engine there. He's certainly getting a lot of damage. He has been spotted. Pull back. Yes, he was worried that the Centurion was the one who spotted him in here. I think it might be the guys up the hill though. Just thinking about it. Although I suppose in a sense their view range is fairly limited. Well, the aircraft has crashed into the windmill and it is no more. It looks like the enemy has most of the control of the top of the hill. And we've got the bush mechanic in operation, but look at that guy there, GTANK.
That's how you bloody do it.
Tried to creep down the side of the hill and he's on the bottom bit. I think he's looking in our direction, but he's got no hope of surviving this because he's in the open and exposed. Well, that hit the tracks, so he lives for one shell more. There you go.
Call it early retirement.
Now, who's next? Well, it's the 7032, and he's been spotted again. And yes, this time I think it might be the Centurion, because after all, he was a little too close to the edge of the bushes, and we've bounced around from the Centurion. Now the gun is fixed, and of course it's aimed using suspension system.
Come on, hit them like they owe you money.
It sounds like Vinnie Jones, but I don't think it is Vinnie Jones. Somebody else. Okay, they are pushing down the hill, but we're 2 up on them at the moment. Lost sight of that Jaegeru. I think he... Oh, was he killed? No, he's not killed. He's still in operation. We're up to 5k of damage done already. And spotting of 1200. And that Jaegeru is down to a one-shot. Oh, but he disappears below the horizon, so we can't get a shot on him. There we go. Somebody else got the kill. Well, oh, that ricocheted off him. And we've been spotted again, but this time it must be those guys who actually did the spotting. Yes, they're doing their best not to get spotted at the moment, those guys. There's nobody behind us. Our guys have got the control of their cap, and we are capping at the other end. So these guys are getting pretty dangerous and pretty desperate. Well, we're 3 up on the enemy. Now we're 4 up on the enemy. Our Borsig is very close to them at the moment. Of course, apart from the Borsig, they've got a free run on our cap area, but it's a bit too late because we're already capping the 2. And we're just going to collect more hit points from now. And he gets another kill. That's 2. Now, 7032 takes another hit, low roll. Get the side of him. Oh, he goes down before we can shoot. And that's it, we've capped out and they killed the last one. So this is a victory. Here's the end of battle results. And that was the first second-class tanker to Offrezwolf in the GTANK clan in the Strv 103B. Congratulations. He hasn't had any result better than that. In fact, I suspect this is one of his first few games because he was just scything through the enemy, and he must have done that before. He also got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a fire per effect for doing more damage than hit points for his own vehicle, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 6 in that one. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game, and he also got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate was 6,002, which is super Unicum standard and quite a bit more. Let's have a look at team score. 6,741 hit points, easily got the high caliber. The next highest scorer was the Panzerkampfwagen 7 on the enemy team, who only got 3,693 hit points. Then followed by the Batchat 25 ton on his own team, who got 3,359. When it came to kills, though, it was the Judas 1516 on his own team and the Panzerkampfwagen 7 on the enemy team. Both got 3 kills. 2 kills went to Offrezwolf and also to the Scharffuture 4 and the Borsig on his own team. And when it came to base XP, when he got that one, he got 999. Yes, I had to do that. I'm sorry. Just below the 1,000 base experience points. Yeah, very close. 920 went to the Batchat 25 ton, and 847 went to years 1516. He got 25 shots off in that game. 21 of them were direct hits and 18 penetrations. 6,741 hit points of damage, of which 6,361 were at more than 300 meters. He also received 1 hit from the enemy. It was a non-penetration. It was from the Centurion Action 10, who was just across the way, and it ricocheted off the angled hull, so it just bounced back up into space. 390 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed, and 1,252 hit points of spotting assist. On a premium count, he actually made 110,536 credits from that game. And he also picked up 7 bonds for it being a tier 10 and 3,746 experience points. I don't know why, but I feel like I ought to apologize on Wargaming's behalf, because it would have been so much nicer if we could actually hear the engine noises. But in the end, I've tried reloading this and restarting it about a dozen times, and it just wasn't going. So there was no way I'm going to be able to record this with sound from the engines. But at least we got to appreciate how well Offrezwolf did in his Strv 103B. I would like it if he could tell me how many games have you actually played in this one. I could actually look it up online to see exactly how many, but if he tells me how many have you actually played, because I suspect you haven't played that many, because if you do that in this game and you did it on a regular basis, you would have had ace tankers and everything by now. To only have a second class from a game like that, well, it shows that you probably haven't played it that often, and it's probably new, and you're just taking it out for its first run. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.